Hello, 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 hello. Okay, Kingsley, you're welcome. I mean, I always look forward to seeing you these days. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, guys, let's remind people that we are live because I'm seeing just 5 people on the stream. We need to remind people that we are live so that they can join. We need to start early today. Remember last week, Kazeem didn't have a lot of time to explain everything that he needed to explain. So we need to start by at least 5:05 by my own time. This is 5:02. So guys, let's get started. Let's invite people. Let's send out reminders. If you know your friends that should be here, remind them, please. Um, Zikora, drop a message on the group reminding them to join. Share on your status. Remind everybody that we are live. Let them join here. Who else is on the live? If you are here, oh yeah, GMGM follower. Follower, send out a reminder. Thank you. GMGM. Right. Who else is on the live? If you're on the live, please can you drop a comment? Can you drop a comment so I can see you? Okay, more people are joining. If you are live with us, can you drop a comment? Just drop me an emoji, drop me something in the comments. Let's be sure that you are here. I also want to believe that everybody can hear me properly. Okay. More people are joining the live. Thank you. You guys are doing so well. I like how we cooperate every weekend. So let's. All right. Okay. More people are joining. Let's get it up to 20 people before 5:05. Meanwhile, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Are you watching on LinkedIn? Are you watching on Twitter? If you're watching on LinkedIn, can you drop a comment on LinkedIn also? If you're watching on LinkedIn, drop a comment. All right. I can see Pop. I can see Pop Kwasu. Kwa Kwasao. I can see you. All right. So guys, welcome to week 4. This is 4 weeks, and you guys have been doing so well. I reviewed the assignments from last week. I think I reviewed the assignments from week 2. Yeah, very interesting stuff that you guys did. I ran some of the code myself. I mean, um, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. The hashing project, right? So I want to say congratulations to everybody who has made it to week 4. Thank you for always coming around. And then we are going to bring Kazeem on stage. so that he can start his session. We want to start early today, so we don't rush him towards the end, and he can be able to have time to finish everything. And we'll also ask questions. So Kazim will be coming on stage right now. This module we are talking about this week. We are talking about um, wallet and key management, right? So we're talking about wallet and key management this week, and then I believe it will be a very interesting stuff. Like it's very interesting stuff, right? I can't wait for the session also. Right. So Kajim, let's bring you on stage. Let's bring you on stage. So nobody's watching from LinkedIn. That's interesting. We need to do more marketing on LinkedIn. Yeah, you people should watch from LinkedIn. All right. Hi, Kazim. Can you hear me? Hi, Kazim. Kazim, I think your mic is muted. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. All right.
Yeah, good evening,
Okay.
everyone. Nice to meet you once again. Okay, nice to meet you once again. And I believe you all went through the last week code and go beyond what we did in the class, go beyond what we did within the module. And I believe by now you should still have, I know there will still be some questions left for the module 3, but while we won't be addressing that, we'll be focusing on wallets and key management. So I'll start with sharing my screen. It's still going to be like a practical session. I prefer we practicing instead of just explaining. So it's going to be a practical sessions um as well as as well as doing the necessary theory part of things. So I'll start by sharing my screen as usual. Let me come in. Yeah, can you all see my screen? Let me just get a thumbs up within the comments. Can you see my screen? I'm assuming you all can see my screen. Yeah, so let me just proceed. Okay. Let me proceed. Okay, so we'll be starting with module 4, which is wallet and key management. What's going on? Okay, wallet and key management. One thing before now, they've already explained blockchain technology, they've already explained how everything is the key management, which is like the ECDSA patterns and everything before now. But now, blockchain itself is built on transparency, decentralization, trustless mechanism. One thing for all those things, for all those key important stuff, decentralization, trustless mechanism, and for all those things, it's as entry points. Like there must be an entry point to all these things, and the entry point is wallets and key management. So just as we have in a traditional sense where we have our banks, we have our social media, we have a bank account, we have social media accounts, we have e-commerce accounts like Jumia accounts, you have some physical accounts too, like and the likes like that. Those accounts are managed by these so people. Like we have, let's say you are keeping money in GT Bank accounts, it is kept by these people. Like your account is managed by these people. For e-commerce, it is managed by these people and the likes like that. But now, when it comes to a decentralized world, you are it's a self-custodial is a self-custodial thing. You are the manager of your account. It's just like you having a physical wallet, like having a piggy bank, like a personal piggy bank, not the normal piggy app we are familiar with, a personal piggy bank, or let's say a purse. That purse, you are the one managing it. Anything that comes into it or goes out of it must pass through your consent. That's definitely how wallet is. But there is a misconception with wallet comparing to how it is like in reality, like Web3 wallets or blockchain related wallets, to how it is in reality. Now, if we look at the reality part, a wallet is just like a small folding case for carrying paper money, or maybe like putting credit card or other kind of things in it, or maybe like coins or any kind of valuables within within it. That's how a normal wallet is. But in terms of blockchain, your wallet itself is not storing your money, but instead it is storing your key. That is your key you use in signing. Sorry, please. I'm a little bit distracted with this. Your key, that is your, sorry, I'm a little bit lost. Okay, so the wallet is storing your key, not the actual money. It's storing your key to the account, and the key to the account gives you access to the blockchain. That is, your actual money is still within the blockchain, like is within the blockchain. But before you do anything, be it transferring, be it sending, be it doing any kind of thing, you must you must use a method called signing. Like you have to sign a transaction, just like you having a physical wallet and you want to remove money from it. It must removing money from it must come from you or the person holding that wallet. So that's basically blockchain wallet. So these are the contents we'll be covering. We'll be covering the overview of crypto wallet, the MetaMask deep dive. The MetaMask deep dive and opening a centralized wallet is going to be like a practical, is going to be a practical um it's going to be a practical session. So crypto wallet is a digital tool. It can be a software application, it can be a hardware device, it can be a it can be something managed by another person also, that securely stores and manage your private key, allowing you to access and control your cryptocurrencies and other digital assets like your NFTs and the likes. So we have types of wallets. We have the hot wallet and we have the cold wallet. Now, the hot wallet is the kind of wallet that is always online. Like it has access to your internet. It has access to it's a kind of wallet that is embedded in your smartphone, kind of wallet that you download on your PCs and the likes like that. So that's hot wallet. Why cold wallet? It's a kind of wallet that has a specialized device. It has its own specialized device. It can be a USB. But what these two wallets are doing is just as I explained earlier. The two wallets are just to store your keys. Cold wallets can just be your paper. You can have you can have cold wallets stored in your diary, that is written a physically written seed phrase or private keys in a paper. In that sense, it's a cold wallet. And provided it's not something that will be exposed to the internet when signing a transaction. Because signing a transaction means you are consenting that you are using this wallet for a particular thing. So now that's that on hot wallet and cold wallet. Some example of hot wallets are things like the MetaMask we'll be covering today. We have Rabi wallets, we have OKX wallets, we have Trust wallets, and we have a lot of wallet out there that are in form of extension, some are in form of apps. Also, cold wallets, we have things like Trevo, we have things like Ledger, and we have things like SafePal. SafePal also have their own cold wallet, so we have cold wallet that way. Now we'll be covering custodial and non-custodial wallets too. Custodial wallets are wallets that are being managed by third party. For an instance now, we have Binance, we have Bybit, we have Mex, we have what's this people's name? Coinbase. We have different exchanges, different crypto exchanges even some Web 2.5 kind of exchanges, like some off ramp, on ramp kind of exchanges, they help you manage your wallet. Within Nigeria, we have on board, we have other things like that, other exchanges that help you manage your wallet. So that is a custodial wallet. In that case, those people are not storing your key, but instead they are storing your actual, or let me just say they are managing your accounts. We can't put it as they are storing your money because it's just like a virtual map of your actual balance. So that's a custodial wallet. So for custodial wallet now, they help you. For an instance, I don't know if you are familiar with Binance, but I believe majority of us will be familiar with Binance. With Binance on starting, I feel we'll be demonstrating also how to open account on Binance or any other exchanges we are going to cover this evening. So for the custodial, they help you manage your account. And what I mean by managing is not like they'll be transferring money on your behalf or whatever. It's just that your wallet, instead of you keeping the key, they are the one in management of the key. They are the one in management of anything that has to do with wallet. And the main thing that has to do with wallet is the key. So whenever you want to transfer, all you just have to do is, hey, give me the key you are managing for me. You take in the key and you sign whatever transaction you want to sign with it. You won't even know because it's everything is embedded, everything is abstracted. It's just like you take in for an instance now, if you want to swap, if you want to withdraw money from, that's like in practical sense. If you want to withdraw money from Binance and initiating a withdrawal, you can just initiate a withdrawal. You initiate a withdrawal from there. You input the person you want to withdraw to and everything. You answer some few security questions, and that's all. That's how custodial wallet works. They are the one managing. Your own is just to use it. They've abstracted the technicalities of it. But there we comes non-custodial. Custodial has an issue of you, it has an issue of you trusting the people involved, that is you trusting the third party. Before I can put my money in Binance, I need to trust that Binance won't run with my money. I need to trust that they won't manipulate me. I need to trust that they'll be transparent with things. That's me using the custodial wallet. But when it comes to using a non-custodial wallet, you are the manager. You are the manager of your wallet. You are the king to your wallet. Without you, or without you, let me just put it that way. Without you, the wallet is of no use. The without you having the key, or without anybody having the key, the wallet is won't be accessible. So non-custodial wallet are a wallet like MetaMask, a wallet like Rabi wallet, a wallet like OKX wallet, a wallet like Trust wallet, and like without the key, your wallet it won't be accessible. And if another person have access to your key, they can sign transactions on your behalf, which is not fair. So you are the manager of it regarding the security and all. That's the difference between custodial and non-custodial wallets. Now we have some few key wallet concepts, and this key wallet concept is particular to non-custodial. It's not based on custodial wallets. This key wallet concept, you have the private key. The private key is your your key to saying, yeah, I'm the owner of this account. Is a way of saying I'm the owner of this account, because that private key itself is what you use in signing transaction, is what you use in authorizing transaction. Without the private key, you cannot do anything. So for an instance, let's say you have an account. The account may have like 10,000, let's say $10,000 in, let 10,000 ETH in it. Let's use ETH. It has 10,000 ETH. I know that's a lot of money. It has 10,000 ETH in it, and you want to try to share it, or you want to send it to a friend. Before you can send the before you can even have okay, you can have access to the account by just viewing, by checking through notes, but you cannot access it. Like, you can view the account, but for you to write to that account, or for you to access that money in the account, you need a private key. You can put it in the case of, because I believe you all are aspiring DevOps. You can put it in the case of a Linux users with somebody having sudo access and another person not having sudo access. With sudo access, you can do some necessary things within your computer. But if you don't have the sudo access, you won't be able to do all those admin changes, admin changing things, admin changing updates. So that's just the difference. With this private key, if you want to, you have an account. If you want to remove money from that account, you want to send money from the account, the private key is needed to sign transactions or to authorize that, yeah, this thing is coming from me. So that's the advantage of private key. While public key can be termed as account address, it can be termed as your account number in a traditional sense, that is in a traditional bank account sense. If you want to send me money to my, let me say GT now, if you want to send me money or to my OP, you ask for my account number. So that account number, it's similar to like asking for public key, or public key is similar to like asking for account number. So that's that's what people impute to send money to. While seed phrase, is mostly used in an hierarchical type of wallet, where a wallet produces different accounts. Seed phrase can have up to like 20 accounts. That is, a wallet can have up to like 20 accounts. You can use one seed phrase to manage 20 accounts. We'll do from this place. I think we are moving to the practical session. It's not really a large model to cover a lot of things. So now we'll be moving to, let me, oh, we'll be moving to this. Let me just share my screen in general instead of sharing it by tab, to avoid confusion. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be moving to MetaMask installation. It's not a lengthy module compared to last week's own. So now let's start with installation on MetaMask. I'm using Brave browser. It's the same process is similar to any Chromium browser, be it Chrome, be it, I don't know if Safari is a Chromium based browser or any other Chromium based browser, the same installation process. You can just type MetaMask on Google, and from there you click on download, or better still, let's go with the faster route that will cover for everybody. In your Chromium browser, there's always a place for extension. There's always a place for extension. If this method is, if you are not familiar with it, like by clicking on MetaMask, click on download and install MetaMask extension for your browsers. Check for your browser. If your browser is not here, you can come to this part or go to any settings, go to your extension settings and check for extensions. Within the extensions, you can click on manage extension. Let me use this one as another. You can click on your manage extension and web store. So within the web store, you can also search for MetaMask. And here we are. We have MetaMask. I'm not using, okay. I'm not using MetaMask right now. So everything will be starting like from from scratch. So you can either click on it. I'm using Brave. You can click on install this way, or you can install it this way. Now let's go with, which one should we go with? Let's go with this. It automatically take me to this. So add to Brave. On adding to Brave, it shows you the necessary security consideration. We click on add extension. We wait for it to download. It's almost done. Almost done. Okay, okay, we are good. Yeah, here's our MetaMask. Now we'll start by creating our MetaMask account. Coming because of this. We start by creating our MetaMask account. Why is this guy? So we will get started. We click on terms of use that we won't read. Then we start by creating a new wallet. And if you have an existing wallet, okay, let's just create a new wallet first before going through an existing wallet pattern. Why is this guy following my mouse? So we create a new wallet. Then the checks on this like a normal to learn how to interact with the marketing. Okay. So we create a password. I'll be creating my own password. This is my own password. Let me just use this password is just particular to this client, it's particular to this browser. This password does not necessarily mean it's the one, it's just this password is like a way to encrypt, it's part of a way to encrypt your key that will be generated. It's not this password now. If you are using the key in another browser, it won't ask you for this password because this password is not stored anywhere. It's just within your browser. If I download the way I have it here for Brave, if I download MetaMask in another browser and I use import existing wallet, I'll need to set up a new password for it because this password is not stored in MetaMask database or anyway. It's just within the browser and it's just a way to secure. It's part of the things that are used in encrypting the generated private key or the generated private key or the generated seed phrase. So this is our new password. Let's have it as something. Oh, not long enough. Let's say KZ123456 and at hash. Let's have it this way. So I won't forget. Let's have it this way. Okay. I understand that MetaMask cannot recover this password from me just as we explained. So we create a new wallet. And for this secure my wallet, we check up on necessary security consideration, your secret recovery key is it. So we click on secure our wallet, and this secure your wallet is them telling you that you should write down this 12-word secret recovery phrase. If you are creating a non-custodial account or a non-custodial wallet, you must have a physical storage, that is a diary. Sorry, that is a diary that you don't use often, or you can just get a book. Book is not cost to get. You can get a book. That's if you are going through the non-custodial route, which I feel is the best because you have that peace of mind that I'm the manager of my account. I cannot wake up tomorrow morning and hear that an exchange that I'm keeping money with has been hacked or what or thereabouts. So for this now, you need to have your book aside, write down the secret phrase. Here's our secret phrase. This is a dummy account. So here's our own secret phrase. You can write them down or copy it to clipboard, but it's better you write them down instead of copying it to clipboard. You write them down in a physical paper, maybe like your paper, your diary, or any kind of offline, maybe like you have a second phone that you don't put internet on. You can use your second phone as a code storage, like a code wallet, provided the second phone won't be accessing internet. So this is our seed phrase. With this seed phrase, it will give us access to our accounts, like list of accounts. You can create multiple accounts from this seed phrase. This pattern is more like an hierarchical kind of wallet where with this single seed phrase contains different accounts and each account have their own private key. So let's click on next. Oh, they are asking us a question. I think we need to go back. So let me just, how are we going to solve this? How are we going to solve this? Hmm. Let me just write it somewhere. This is let's have our oh these are our source tree, so in case they ask us questions. But in your own case, you need to write it in a physical paper. So on clicking on next, they ask us for what's the third listing craft. We impute the craft. It's just like a security check that we actually store it somewhere. This funny, right? Funny. Sniff mail. I think that's all. So we have our account created. So you can find your secret recovery phrase in setting security and privacy. So I think that's all. Then you can pin your MetaMask. You can pin it to this space or unpin it depending on how you want it. Then we've created our account. Now this is how a typical account. This is on Ethereum minutes, depending on the blockchain you are on. So this is an account interacting with Ethereum minutes. We can have several accounts, and in a situation where you have your network is not listed here. Let's say let's look for a network. Let me think. Which network? Oh, we can add custom network. So if we have a network that is not listed here, I don't know why I'm not thinking about any network. We can add from the list of suggested. Let's say this OPMINET. We can add from the list of suggested here. From there, we can have our network or check it up on chain list. You can check it up on chain list. With chain list, we have list of network as many as possible, even if you want to include testnets. For an instance, if we say Phantom is now Sonic, right? Do we have Sonic here? Do we have Sonic here? We don't. Let's search for Sonic. It will give us a suggestion. We don't. So let's try adding Sonic network here and use that as including testnet, include testnet. So we search for Sonic. Yeah, Sonic is here. Sonic is on chain list. So we can integrate this guy into our MetaMask in two ways, either by clicking on connect wallet. But if I click on connect wallet, because I have other EVM compatible wallets that may kind of try to enter risk condition, like you should call me instead of another person. You see, select a wallet to connect to. So that's because I have about 4 EVM compatible wallets. I have Rabi wallet, I have Brave wallet, I have Kepler and MetaMask right here. So we want to add Sonic wallet. The first method of adding it is by clicking on this connect wallet and selecting this by clicking on MetaMask. That is from this, we check it up, the currency symbol S, the network URL, and the chain ID, every details that is necessary to set up our account. To set up our account, this is it. So we click on approve, and that's all. We now have Sonic minutes. The second method we can go with, let's go with this testnet. This is our testnet. The second method we can go with is by checking up on the chain ID, like imputing it manually. I know a lot of people want to go through these routes, but in some cases where the network you are trying to connect to is not on chain list, this is the manual method to go with it. So let's say we want to add a custom network. The network name, let's call it Sonic testnet. Sonic testnet. The default RPC URL, we can add a RPC. We can add an RPC URL. And what do we mean by RPC URL? These are RPC URL. They are just like link to the nodes, like the let's put it as URL to the nodes, just the same way we have API or a WebSocket link or kind of stuff. So these are like RPC server addresses. So let's select which one has the lowest latency. Let's select this. So we can put it there and call it, what's the name of this RPC? URL required. They're expecting a URL with HTTPS, and this one does not have. So let's go with the next one. Let's go with this. So let's put it here. The RPC name, let's just give it a name. So we can add as many RPC as possible. The reason why they have this pattern is like in a situation where one RPC is not working, that is when one node is not as active as it should be, it will fall down to another RPC URL. So let's select this guy and call it, what's this guy's name? We can just call it Sonic Lab public node. Let's call this one Sonic Lab. Then the next one can be public node. You can also add additional. You can add additional, and let's call this one public node. You can add additional RPC URL public node. So here is it. We have our RPC URL. Then we can use one as the default RPC URL. Then so our chain ID. Our chain ID is 57054. Here is it. According to the network name, may not correctly match this chain ID. Sonic. So they gave us suggestion for the network name, Sonic Blaze. Sonic Blaze. Then the currency symbol S. The currency symbol is just like the default the default currency they use in that chain, just as ETH is being used on Ethereum. And Block Explorer, this optional if you want to add it. So we have it, we save it, and then we can select it right here. And we can also select based on the RPC URL we have. Now, this is an account. This is an account on Sonic Blaze testnet. This account right here, I have access to it. I can send I can send money out of it if there's money here. I can do anything here because of the private key attached to it. Now, if you check up on, if you go to your settings, you go to security and privacy, under review secret recovery phase, it shows your, what is this? Okay, these are just like if anyone even is aware. Okay. So with this, we put in our password, the initial password we used to access secrets. All these things are just like security consideration. So this is my secret key to this particular account. So that's that about opening an account on MetaMask. You can, if you want to receive this, for an instance, now, if somebody wants to send you money on, is there Binance chain here? If somebody wants to send you money on Ethereum, you go to your Ethereum. Let's say somebody wants to send you Ether. Somebody wants to send you Ether. You can click on this Ether and click on this receive. So this receive, you copy your address and send it to the person. This address right here now, it's like this address right here now is like your bank account, a bank account, like bank bank account number. So that's how this address is. You can also copy it from here. It covers for any type of tokens. So that's that about that. Are we missing anything with the MetaMask part? We already talked about managing private keys. That is, aside from having your private keys on MetaMask, it's advisable you have them written on paper, stored on paper, and kept in a secured place. Now we'll be trying to get the testnet faucet tokens. Getting a faucet tokens, it's important for developers. Like if you are developing on Ethereum mainnet, if you if you are developing on Ethereum mainnet, Ethereum every minute we have their own testnet. And for you to use this testnet, just as I explained last week, that testnet are like staging environments. They are very, very close to production, but they are not in production yet. It's just like mimicking how your product is going to look like in production. So if you are going to build on testnet, you definitely need, we explained the concept of gas last week. You definitely need a token to be used as gas. For Ethereum, we are using Ether. For Sonic Blaze, I think we are using that S token. I don't know if it is Ether or the S token. Okay, it's S token, not Ether in case of Sonic Blaze testnet. So for you to use the testnet, you need a test token, that is a test S token. Now let's type it here, Sonic Blaze faucet. Sonic Blaze faucet test token. Let's put it that way. Crypto faucet. This for Sonic Blaze testnet RPC. Let's go with this first. Sonic faucet, yeah. Here we are. So with this, I can testnet v1. Our wallet address. The faucet distributes 5 tests. So no. It's like this one is different. Oh, where is this guy? Where's this guy? Sonic faucet token. Let me just put Sonic faucet. Let's see. Yeah, we have our faucet. Okay. It's still the same way. Why did they not use so? These people are confusing us. So let's click on this address to get, we verify ourselves when this is our address, invalid Solana address. These people are not serious. So is this not the official Sonic documentation? Let's use another, let's use another, let's use another network. So let's check for Ethereum based network. Let's check for, let's check for, let's use Polygon testnet. So we go through the route of registering. So I don't want us to waste too much of time on this. To get your faucet token address, you check for the network you want to work with. You check for an instance now, if I'll be working with Polygon network now, I can just say Polygon faucet, Polygon, Polygon faucet. And from this, any network you are working with, just by typing, you can check on how to get their faucet. They all have different ways of getting their faucet. Some usually put conditions on it that before you can before you can take in, or before we can give you a test token, you must have a certain amount of money in your mainnet account. It's just a way to ensure people are not milking their faucet token, because the faucet token also are being mined by validators. Like, it's just like in a normal real life how a blockchain works. It's just that this time around they are not adding value to them. So that's that on that. Now we can just move to a centralized wallet. As I explained, we already know what centralized wallets are and how they differ from a non-custodial wallet. Now, for centralized wallets, we may not really demonstrate how centralized wallets works all to the KYC process, because the information we'll be putting must be accurate. We can't just say we want to use anyhow accounts. But then let's go with Binance. Let's go with Binance. Now with Binance, you can go to Binance. What's wrong with this? Okay, so we click on sign up. Now with the sign up, you can sign up with Google, with Apple, with Telegram and the likes. So we can just, let me try to Do I have any accounts I'm not using? Oh, I don't. So you input your mail and follow the necessary pattern to create a centralized wallet. And you can also, let me use an article for that, how to create a Binance account. There is Binance, there is Binance education on that. Yeah, this from Binance themselves. Every exchanges have their documentation on that. So you can check up on this. I'll be showing it. And that's basically all regarding wallets and the demonstration. So I'll stop sharing my screen now. That will mark the end of the class. Yeah, just as Keme said, do not publicly share your seed phrase like I did in this class. So Akim Falade. Thank you, thank you. So if you have any questions to ask, I'm available for you. And Ukeme, please share, help me share this link to people that needs it. So that's all for now. If you have any questions, I'm available to answer your question.
All right, thank you, KZ. That was supposed to be longer than I expected. Thank you, everyone, for attending this session.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you hear me? Oh, all right, all right. Thank you very much. I think my network is a bit slow. I think my network is a bit slow. So, I don't know what's good. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Kazim. Thank you so much. Do we have questions? I can see some questions pop up in the chat. I'm seeing some questions pop up in the chat. All right, so let's start with
Okay.
Kingsley because you were the first person that showed up today. Let's start with you, man. So, yeah, he was just kind of the first person that showed up today. So we'll give him preference from today onwards. If you want to beat him, show up earlier next week. All right. So, Kazim, you can see the question. So, how can one
How
add a
can one?
state to their wallet here?
Do you mean testnet?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's
If
testnet.
you mean testnet, it's the same way we demonstrated for the Sonic mainnet. So you can follow through the route of chain list or do it manually. Uh, I've been
Okay.
trying. Or let's go to the next one.
Yeah, the next one, Akim.
How do
Akim
you
says, "Let me
recognize a
use a
fake
fake."
crypto channel
Ah,
on Telegram?
interesting.
The moment the moment they start asking for your private key or any info, if they ask you for your private key or your seed phrase or telling you to they sending you a private key and telling you to help them remove money from it, those are like security consideration you should consider. Some people may come to you that please I need assistance removing this particular money from my wallet. This is my seed phrase, and you want to help them by sending some ETH in order to remove their so-called money from it. That way, it's a way of identifying a fake crypto channel or anybody asking you about your private key or in any way or telling you to sign a particular transaction. And while dealing with non-custodial wallets, any transaction you are signing, assuming there's money on that MetaMask that I've demonstrated, and there's no much time, there's not really much time for us to demonstrate that. For every transaction, you must know the transaction you are signing. It's just like you having a wallet. Before you give, before you want to remove money from your money, You want to remove money from your wallet. Before removing that money, you must know why you are removing it. Who is requesting for the money? What amount are they requesting? So those are the necessary things to also consider. Yeah. So those are ways to identify a fake crypto channel.
All right. Don't. It's just like someone asking you for your bank app password. Don't give them anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I've been trying to connect desktop MetaMask and has been a challenge, and it has been a challenge. Don't know why. If it is my network. Um, Obasoro, do you mind being more descriptive with this? Maybe we can help you even further. But Kazim, do you have anything to say to him?
Okay. You may try changing your network if you are using, because sometimes I know Airtel can be Airtel can be tricky when it comes to like some website, like accessing some website. You can try changing your network and try it again. But if you follow it the same way we did in this video, I'm very sure you should not have any problem with connecting or creating a wallet or connecting with MetaMask and the likes.
Yeah, I think that's like a sort of general issue because I also have run into those kind of issues on MTN sometimes. I think it's like some of sort of government regulation thing. So what I do sometimes is to use VPN. So, but yeah, I don't think that should even affect connecting
But if you
MetaMask.
are using VPN, I will advise you to use a paid VPN. You should not use a VPN that they'll be
Yeah, so
getting your data or stuffs
they will not steal your
data.
secret key. Yeah, your
Uh,
data. All right. So
use an ISP. Okay, you said okay, you use an ISP. I using a MetaMask Chrome extension. You can also, aside from MetaMask, you can try Rabi wallets. I recommend it a lot. You can try Rabi wallets. It's safe. You can try Rabi wallet too.
yeah. Okay, so there is, but it didn't work when you tried doing it. So that is why I asked you tried. Okay, that's Kingsley. The next question is copying the UID address on Binance and sending out. Hope is safe to share. I believe this is public key, right?
Okay, the UID address on Binance, it's a internal type of transaction. It's just within Binance to Binance transaction. It's not a blockchain type of transaction. And it's safe sending it out. It's just like you sending your account number out there. Anybody that wants to bless you with money can send it to you. They cannot remove from you. It's like a one way path. They can only send you money through that route. It's safe. Feel free to share publicly.
Yeah, Casey, there was one thing I think we should actually do a practice on. I mean, we have some minutes. Like, it would be
Okay.
nice if we see you transfer like a testnet token from one wallet to another wallet. You know, how can
Okay.
someone transfer from one wallet to the other?
Let's use, because of the steps it will take in creating a, okay, let me just send
Can you
a
use like,
test.
yeah, like one of your
I want to
already
send a
existing?
test token test.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want to do now. Come in, give me a few. Yeah, yeah, is I'm coming.
Okay, so while we wait for KZ or Kazim, I'm going to see if I can answer some questions in the chat. Kole is actually talking about is trying to connect desktop MetaMask and has been a challenge. So I mean that question, I'm not sure if you need a desktop MetaMask. You need MetaMask as an extension, like a Chrome extension on your browser. Anytime you want to use MetaMask, just click on that Chrome extension. You will see how to create an account, right? And you create the account there. So I think that should answer this question. Um, so Kingsley is kind of saying that he's trying to like add a testnet account or a testnet network to a wallet. I hope that is correct. I'm going to look for your previous message. Casey, anytime we are ready, just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, I think this is the question. So, how can one add a testnet to their wallet, right? So, Casey did this earlier. Just go to Chainlink, right? You must have a wallet already installed on your computer, right, or your phone. I would advise you use an extension, a Chrome extension, instead of downloading the real software. So get that extension. Once you have that extension, right, you can now follow Casey's steps on how to just add a testnet network. Go to Chainlink. Once you go to Chainlink and search for testnet network, you probably see all everything there, and there's already a connect button there. And if you already have MetaMask installed on your browser, you click on the connect button. It's going to just connect your wallet to that particular network, and it will just download everything and put everything in. You know, um, yes, chain list actually, not chain link. Yes, chain list. Yeah. Um, Casey, are you ready?
1 minute. 1 minute. I'm almost done. Sorry.
Okay. So
The
the
white
reason
case,
why,
why? Okay,
go ahead,
go on,
please.
go on, go. No, go on.
Okay, so the reason why I really want Casey to do this practical is because as a Web3 user, making transactions should be a normal thing that you should be able to do. Send and receive tokens, connect your wallet to a Web3 enabled website and make some transactions on there, signing keys and all and whatnot. So those are like basics, and it's something that look you just have to be using like every day. For example, you travel abroad and you want to exchange money. Instead of going to bureau de change, you can actually use your P2P Binance. That's what it says, Binance or Bybit or whatever centralized wallet you can use. That is solving a cross-border thing, and these are things that you can use Web3 for. Precious, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about the assignments, why Kazim, so that once he's
Okay.
done, we can
Um,
end the
I'm
call.
done.
Yeah, are
I'm
you
done with
ready?
transferring.
Okay.
So my I transferred some test tokens to our newly created accounts. Yeah, so here is our account. This is our account. This is base Sepolia testnet. I transferred 0.5 ETH as you can see here. Let's open MetaMask from here. As you can see here, we have 0.5 ETH amounting to about $891. All these things right here are just test token. So with this now, I can send money to another person. So let's try to send money. Let's create additional accounts still within this, let's call it account two. So I'm creating another account within the same HD wallet. That is within the same account, well, within the same wallet. So let's have the address, or let me use an external so it won't cause confusion. Let me use an external wallet. Let's say this is a wallet we want to transfer money to. The wallet has some it has 1.3 ETH in it. So we can copy the address. This Rabi wallet, you can copy the address. Then click on MetaMask. From this MetaMask now, we want to send money from this place. We want to send money from this account to that Rabbit wallet. We can take in the account address, which is the one we just copied, paste it. This is the account we just copied. The amount of ether we want to send to the account. So let's send 0.2. You know the account has 1.3 ether. Let's check again to confirm. The account has 1.3 ether, 1.35 ether. We want to transfer 0.2. We want to send 0.2. So let's go again with the transfer. The person we are sending to, which is our previous account, the amount is 0.2. So we are transferring 0.2. So this is the account we are transferring to, and this is the amount we are transferring. It's just for confirmation. Now we can click on continue. On clicking on continue, it asks for the network fee, what the gas price are high and estimates are less accurate. That's just within the base polyar testnet. Does not necessarily mean gas are high. Then the speed, every necessary things. You know, as I said, for every account you are signing, before you confirm any transaction, you need to understand what you are doing. That is, for this one now, we want to send ether coming from this account, and we are sending it to this person. The network fee, they said the network fee is less than $0.01. So let's confirm. It's pending. Yeah. So let's check it up in our Rabbit wallet and see how fast it is. Yeah, we have it now. This one, but you can see how fast it is. Just as Ukeme mentioned the other time, you may be anywhere in the world. You may be in US, Canada, or anywhere in the world and transfer money to anybody in the world. Like there's no cross-border constraints. There's no cross-border kind of waiting for several days before your transaction goes through as it used to be. So that's one of the technology blockchain brings. That's one of the innovation blockchain brings. So that's that. And if you want to send again from Rabbit, the reason why I love Rabbit is because whenever I want to transfer, I can see my transaction, but it's more in a technical sense. I can see my transaction, like my transaction detail, my transaction metadata. So let's do it again. Sending from Rabbit to this place. Now let's copy the address. Everything is all happening within the base polyar testnet. So let's click on it. Then we want to send back our 0.2 ether. Remember, there's gas fee, but the gas fee is very, very small. It's not even up to 1 cent because it said it is less than the 0.1 cents. So we paste in the address. Rabbit said the address is not whitelisted. So let me just consent to that. Now we want to send 0.2 ether. I think that's all. If you want to send message along with if you want to send message along with the money you are transferring, there is option for that. Just the same way you want to send message description where you want to do a normal typical transfer. And on clicking on send, I have my transaction data. That's one thing I love about Rabbit compared to MetaMask. Though I think MetaMask should support it if you add it in your settings. So it shows the chain ID, the data, the from, that is me, the gas price, the person I'm sending to. While this is more like in the X code side, that's why I said it's more it's more in a technical sense. And that's because we are using a custom network. As we are using a normal network, all these things will be interpreted into like a normal user readable words. So this is our gas fee. You can see it's way less than 1 cent. And we sign our transaction. On signing our transaction, let's check it again on MetaMask. Yeah, and here we are. So you can see how fast that is. So that's for sending transactions. The same thing goes with like interacting and all. Yeah. So that's basically sending of transactions.
Thank you, KZ. Thank you. Without because of time, I'm just going to answer one last question here, where someone is talking about a Telegram channel they invested in December last year. They can't get their money out. They're asking to pay for KYC. I'll see. Look, be very careful with anything Telegram and crypto. Be very careful. That's a den for where people try to like scam you, and they play on people's greed. They play on your greed. They tell you if you bring social amount, you get times two of social amount. Don't When it comes to investing, don't send money to anybody. Tell them to tell you the token you want to buy, and you should have custody of the money. You should have custody of the tokens. Anything anybody telling you to send money for them to do something for you, just know it's a scam. Right? Know it's a scam. Be very careful with Telegram. People do a lot of scamming things there.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
just like you said it. Thank Thank you so much, Ruka. That's a very important thing to note. Telegram is not the place you go and just send things anyhow. Yeah. And then just on a lighter note, you guys saw the money in Kazeem's wallet. It is test tokens. Yeah, I just thought I should mention that.
It's a test
Because some of you
token.
might have been like 800 and something thousand tokens. So yeah, all right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Kazim. This has been like a very insightful session. Thank you very much for that. And thank you, Keme, for helping us in answering all the questions. I honestly feel like there are some questions from last week, but because of time, I was hoping you finished your session on time, so I was hoping we'll be able to go back. But I'm sorry we can't go back. And this is your last class, Kazim. So next week we'll be having a new speaker. So yeah, thank you very much, Kazim, and thank you, everyone that joined us today. Some of you have not been showing up for classes, and it is not good. Then also there is a trying to get the sheet. We are going to share the link for your assignment. You're going to get it by Tuesday or Wednesday. Normally, you must have noticed by now that we always share it on Wednesday. So by Wednesday, you're going to get your link for your tax. And for this week, the tax for this week is trying to pull it up. Well, I'm also going to share it on the community, the WhatsApp community. We'll share the tax for this week on the WhatsApp community. So please make sure you do your tax. Like I said earlier, I tested the tax for week two, which is the one of creating the hashed thing, and a lot of you did amazingly well. And please, I noticed that some of you, when you share your tax, you don't you write your article in the Google Docs, you share it with us, and you don't give us permission. This is why some people don't get work job, and they say it's village food that is pursuing them. So please, please and please, if you're writing your article in a Google Docs, please kindly share permissions. And besides, I don't think it is advisable for you to write your article in Google Docs. Just copy the Google Docs, paste it on Medium or LinkedIn or any of the blog publishing platform. There is dev.co, there is Hashnode. Publish it there. Why is that? People are going to come across it and they know that you are learning this thing, and they see that, oh, okay, this guy is learning node ops, and anytime they have node ops challenge, they can come to you. They might even give you a gig, right? So please, I went through the assignments, I noticed some of these things, and I said I'm going to share with you all. So please do well to make those changes, most especially if you're sharing something with us. Grant permission to your docs, please. Thank you very much, everyone that showed up today. Set up your MetaMask wallet, add a testnet network, and receive faucet tokens. That is your tax for this week. So please make sure you do your tax, and yeah, and submit on time also. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you. See you guys next week. See you next week. If you know someone that didn't attend today's session, please tell the person to show up next week. Yeah, it's always good to attend and ask questions. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.